What if you could shatter the cycle of impulsive reactions and claim unwavering sovereignty over your life? This is how to fully stop reacting, not by silencing your emotions, but by dismantling old patterns to rebuild your inner throne. Queens don't react, they respond, because dominion lives in the sacred space between what stirs you and how you choose to rise. Welcome to Feminine Queen, where we transmute survival reflexes into sovereign artistry. Picture your energy as a diamond-encrusted crown. Every moment you fixate on his silence, stalk her feed, or let borrowed narratives hijack your peace, you're placing that crown in trembling hands unworthy of its weight. But when you seize it back, when you pour that ferocity into your craft, your evolution, the electrifying vision of the queen you're destined to be, that's when reactions crumble and empires awaken. My love, I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Yes. Right now, gorgeous. Feel that crown on your head? It's heavier than you think, isn't it? That's because it's woven with every brave choice you've ever made. But darling, it's yours. Not his, not hers, yours. Let's polish it together today. This isn't about polished poise, it's about radical ownership. Today, we unravel the alchemy of response, why your deepest power thrives not in control, but in the courage to guard your peace like sacred ground. The world keeps begging you to kneel. But what happens when you crown yourself instead? Your throne awaits, Queen. Let's reign. 1. The alchemy of non-reaction, turning poison into power. When you refuse to react, you transmute chaos into sovereignty. Every trigger is a test, a fork in the road where you choose between temporary ego gratification and eternal self-ownership. Imagine your energy as molten gold. Reacting splatters it into the dirt, leaving you empty. Responding molds it into armor. That driver who flipped you off, he's not your enemy. He's your mirror. Bless him, and watch his rage ricochet back as a lesson. The universe rewards restraint with momentum. Each unspoken curse, each unclenched fist fuels the magnetic force of your purpose. You're not avoiding conflict. You're weaponizing silence. Sweet queen, let's get practical. Next time someone tries to yank your chain, I want you to picture me holding your hand. Squeeze it. Feel that? That's your power saying, not today, darling. Reacting is easy. Anyone can throw a tantrum. But you're crafting a legacy. Let's take a deep breath together. Inhale, I am calm. Exhale, I am sovereign. Good. Now adjust your crown. But how do you practically turn venom into virtue? Start by building a ritual of pause. When triggered, inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, exhale for 8. This isn't breathing, it's alchemy. Use that window to ask, does this reaction serve my throne or their circus? Every time you choose stillness, you rewire your nervous system to crave mastery over drama. Picture your energy as a crown. Would you let a clown knock it off? No. You'd adjust it, smirk, and keep ruling. That's non-reaction. Not suppression, but regal indifference. 2. Obsession as a sacred compass. Your North Star in the noise. Obsession isn't a flaw, it's a superpower misdirected. Redirect it from them to you and watch galaxies align. The woman fixated on her ex's Instagram is a dying star. The woman fixated on her vision becomes a supernova. Your obsession must be ruthless, primal, almost violent in its focus. Not, how do I make him want me? But how do I sculpt a life so electrifying, he'd be the footnote. Feed your hunger to create, not beg. The world kneels to those who burn brighter than its distractions. Darling, let's play a game. Grab your journal. Yes, the pretty one with the gold edges. Write down 3 things that make your soul sing. Got it? Now, every time you feel the itch to check his profile, I want you to add 1 line to that list. I am obsessed with my future. I am obsessed with my joy. Watch how quickly your heart forgets his name. To harness this, design an obsession blueprint. List 3 non-negotiables for your growth: career, health, spirituality, and attack them like a feral artist. Let your ex's name become a typo in your manuscript. Let your vision board eclipse his face in your mind. When intrusive thoughts about him arise, replace them with your mantra, I am the museum, not the visitor. Obsession, when channeled, is the fire that forges unbreakable focus. Let others call it madness. You'll call it mastery. 3. The death of survival mode. Resurrect your inner architect. Survival is for prey. Creation is for gods. Every minute spent dissecting his texts or calculating bills is a minute stolen from building your empire. Imagine your mind as a cathedral. Survival mode fills it with rubble. Creation carves vaulted ceilings. That anxiety about rent? Chisel it into a business plan. The tears over his silence, forge them into poetry. You weren't born to navigate storms. You were born to command them. Stop asking for life rafts. Build lighthouses. Love, let's flip the script. That fear whispering, what if I fail? What if we laughed at it? Literally. Giggle out loud. Oh, you again. Cute. Then write down one tiny step toward your dream. Signed a lease? Text a mentor. Laid off? Sketch a side hustle. Survival mode is a liar. It says you're small, but we both know you're a giantess in disguise. To exit survival mode, declare war on scarcity rituals. Replace what if I fail with what if I fly. Start each day writing creation decrees. Today, I build X. Today, I destroy Y. Treat your time like a phoenix. Let nothing burn it but your purpose. When bills haunt you, monetize a skill that same hour. When loneliness bites, write a manifesto instead of texting him. Survival is a cage. Creation is the sledgehammer. Swing it. 4. Energy vampires versus sovereign frequency, the unseen war. Your aura isn't metaphor, it's currency. Toxic relationships aren't about love, they're energy heists. That immature man who orbits your light, he's not smitten, he's a thief. Every text you overanalyze, every compliment you fish for, is a withdrawal from your spiritual bank. Cut the wires. When you stop feeding parasites, your frequency becomes untouchable, a siren song that repels takers and magnetizes kings. Remember, lions don't negotiate with hyenas, they roar and the savannah clears. Honey, let's do an energy audit. Imagine your heart as a glittering bank vault. Who's making deposits? Who's stealing gems? That friend who drains you? Block her number for a week. Notice how lighter you feel? That's your power returning. You're not being mean. You're being a CEO of your soul. And CEOs protect their assets. To protect your energy, adopt the Black Diamond Protocol. Visualize your aura as a diamond. Hard, luminous, impenetrable. When someone drains you, imagine their energy sliding off its facets. Use mantras like, I am not a charity for emotional beggars. Block numbers ruthlessly. Cancel plans that feel like audits. Your energy is a limited edition artifact. Would you loan the Louvre's Mona Lisa to a toddler? No. Guard it with curator-level precision. 5. The art of divine selfishness. Your energy is holy ground. You're not selfish. You're a curator of miracles. Your focus isn't a resource. It's alchemy. Let others call it arrogance when you guard your time like Fort Knox. That friend who demands you dissect his mixed signals? Replace her with a vision board. The world will try to shame you into dilution. Don't budge. Every no to their noise is a yes to your destiny. Sacrifice your politeness, never your power. Sweetheart, repeat after me. My peace is precious. Say it louder. My peace is priceless. Now, imagine someone asks you to set yourself on fire to keep them warm. You'd laugh, right? So why let their drama burn your energy? You're a sacred temple, not a bonfire for their chaos. Let's protect that glow, okay? To embody divine selfishness, practice strategic sociopathy. Audit your circle. Who's a muse? Who's a mosquito? For mosquitoes, create boundaries so sharp they bleed respect. When guilt whispers, but family, but history, whisper back, my future is non-negotiable. Train yourself to walk away mid-conversation if it drains you. Your energy isn't a democracy. It's a divine monarchy. Rule accordingly. Darling, let's take a breath here. Look at you. Already rewriting the rules of your kingdom. We've talked about guarding your energy like the treasure it is. But what happens when the world tries to pick the lock anyway? That's where your silence becomes a weapon. Sweet queen, I need you to know this. You're allowed to outgrow people. You're allowed to leave conversations mid-sentence. You're allowed to choose you so fiercely it leaves others dizzy. This next step? It's not about being mean. It's about being a masterpiece that refuses to explain its brushstrokes. Before we dive deeper, I want you to place your hand over your heart. Feel that? That steady rhythm? That's the drumbeat of your sovereignty. The world will try to drown it out with noise, opinions, expectations, guilt trips. But you'll dance to your own beat, ready to turn their chaos into your choreography. Let's go. 6. The last word paradox. Silence as annihilation. Your brother didn't win by walking away. He nuked the battlefield. I give you the last word isn't surrender. It's a grenade rolled at their feet. Let fools rant into the void. Your silence isn't passive. It's a velvet guillotine. When he tries to bait you, smirk and ghost. Your absence will haunt him longer than any clapback. Master this, and you'll never lose an argument again. You'll transcend them. Darling, let's practice. Next time someone tries to drag you into drama, imagine you're wearing noise-canceling headphones blasting your favorite empowerment anthem. Let their words dissolve into static. Smile like you've already won, because you have. Silence isn't empty. Love. It's the sound of your power growing louder. To weaponize silence, master the art of exit. When provoked, say nothing, but let your eyes flash everything. Turn and leave so slowly, your departure becomes a sermon. Block without explanation. Delete without drama. Silence isn't emptiness. It's a vacuum that suffocates their ego. Let them writhe in the echo chamber of their own nonsense. Your quiet isn't weak. It's the calm before you reign. 7. Momentum alchemy. Your pain as rocket fuel manifestation isn't wishing. It's physics. Every ignored provocation, every stifled scream isn't repression. It's potential energy. Picture a slingshot. The farther life pulls you back, the fiercer your launch. That ex's mind games? Perfect. Let him wind the tension. Your silence isn't weakness. It's the coiling of a spring. One day you'll release, and the universe will gasp at your trajectory. Sweet queen, grab your phone. Open your notes app. Title it, Pain to Power Playlist. Every time your heart aches, add a lyric like, "This heartbreak funded my first investment," or "That betrayal built my backbone." Soon you'll scroll through it and laugh, not because it didn't hurt, but because you turned scars into constellations. To harness this, create a momentum map. For every tear shed, write a business idea. For every sleepless night over him, draft a chapter of your book. Pain is raw clay. Mold it into monuments. When triggered, ask, how can this humiliation fund my legacy? Turn stalkers into editors. They're obsession-proof you're unforgettable. Your pain isn't a wound. It's the universe's down payment on your greatness. 8. The comeback rate. Your Phoenix metric. Track your resurrection speed like Wall Street tracks stocks. Fell off? Good. Now clock how fast you rise. That note in your phone? Make it a shrine to your grit. 10 minutes spent crying? Down from 2 hours last month. Progress. Your power isn't in perfection. It's in the shortening space between breakdown and breakthrough. Turn relapses into data. You're not failing, you're iterating toward invincibility. Love. Let's celebrate your tiny wins. Did you only check his profile once today instead of 10 times? Pop confetti in your mind. Did you mute a toxic group chat? Cue the victory dance. Progress isn't a straight line. It's a glitter bomb of oops and aha moments. You're not a robot, queen. You're a masterpiece in beta mode. To optimize this, create a relapse to royalty ratio. After a setback, set a timer. How fast can I pivot to power? If last month's heartbreak took a week to recover, aim for 3 days now. Celebrate shaving minutes off your meltdowns. Track it like a scientist. Cold, curious, ruthless. Your resilience isn't spiritual, it's statistical. Crunch the numbers. Beat your best. 9. Magnetic ascension. The death of attraction. Stop trying to be magnetic. Become radioactive. Attraction implies effort. Radiation is your nature. When you stop working on yourself and start embodying your myth, men won't choose you. They'll orbit. Not because you're perfect, but because you're inevitable. Your energy isn't a magnet. It's a black hole. Let the unworthy sputter in your event horizon. Darling, stand in front of your mirror today. Point to your reflection and say, you're a walking exclamation point. Wear the outfit that makes you feel like a CEO of your soul. Walk into rooms like you're the answer to someone's prayer. When you stop trying to shine, you become blinding. Let them squint. To radiate, adopt sovereign aesthetics. Dress not for trends, but for your future self's documentary. Speak not to be heard, but to be quoted. Walk into rooms like the climax of a biopic. When asked, who does she think she is? Smile. They've already answered. Magnetism isn't curated, it's leaked. Let your aura ruin mediocre men for other women. 10. The final boss, you versus your shadow self. This isn't about him. It never was. Your triggers are unlit corners of your soul. Drag them into light. That rage when he ignores you, it's your inner girl screaming for validation. Hug her, then starve her. Replace her whimpers with war cries. The day you stop needing anyone to reflect your worth is the day you become untouchable. Not cold, complete. Sweetheart, let's heal that inner child. Write her a love letter. I see you. I choose you. I'll never abandon us. Light a candle, read it aloud, then burn it. Watch the smoke rise. That's your old fears dissolving. You're not broken. You're a mosaic of battles fought and won. Every crack, that's where your light leaks through. To conquer this, host shadow summits. Journal, what childhood wound does this trigger mirror? Then rewrite the script. If abandonment fear arises, write a letter to your younger self. I am your mother now. I stay. Burn it. Bury it. Scream it. Integrate your shadows and watch your power double, like a snake digesting its shed skin. Your reign isn't measured by how the world bends to you, Queen. It's defined by how you bend toward the world. Stoic philosophy whispers this truth. The storm rages not in what happens to you, but in how you choose to hold it. Think of your mind as an inner citadel. Every reaction you refuse to entertain is a stone added to its walls. Every trigger you meet with stillness, that's the moat deepening around your peace. My love, promise me this. Tonight, you'll look in the mirror and wink at your reflection. Say, we've got this, because you do. Every stumble, a step toward your throne. Every tear, a baptism in your power. You're not just rising, you're rewriting history. The ancients taught that true power lies in discerning what is yours to command, your judgments, your actions, your attention, and releasing the rest to fate's indifferent tide. When you fixate on others' choices, you hand them the scepter to your sanity. But when you anchor in your purpose, your values, the unshakable truth of who you are, you become the calm eye of the hurricane. Chaos may swirl, but it cannot move you. If this lit a fire in your soul, smash that subscribe button like it's the last cupcake at a tea party. Tap that like button so hard it feels like a standing ovation for your future self. Tag a sister who needs this reminder. You're not just healing yourself, you're igniting a revolution of queens. This is the Stoic Queen's paradox. The less you react, the more you rule. Not by force, but by the quiet authority of a woman who knows her worth isn't up for debate. Let others chase validation. You'll be too busy building legacies. Let them clutter their minds with noise. Yours is reserved for visions that outlive momentary friction. Until next time, gorgeous. Keep your crown polished, your boundaries ironclad, and your heart wild. The world needs your light. Now go out there and reign like the goddess you were born to be.